Let's take a look. It's showing up here. I mean, something. There, I see us. Now let's see if anybody else sees us.
Okay, is it?
So we just need to wait a second. Offline. Now I'm going over to YouTube. There we go. Yeah, we're
there?
on.
Okay.
We're on.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me send.
But you know what doesn't work? The link that I tweeted out.
I am fixing that now.
All right. Unbelievable. 6 minutes. A new record.
Wait. Last time it was more than 6 minutes.
I know. Yeah,
every time we're
getting better.
It every time.
You can count this as a negative endorsement for YouTube's new streaming interface. I hate it. It doesn't work.
Oh my goodness. It's so weird. Okay, but we're here.
Logan is saying so echoey. Is everybody else hearing that?
Huh. Sure.
After all of these months, why not stream on Twitch? Come on. All right.
And then Biblaridian is like, this is just why you don't do it. I get it.
No, but seriously, I don't care about the word Logan. Okay, good. Somebody says they don't hear an echo, so it's just you. All right, fine. Let's do the other stuff. Oh wait, that was the whole point. Oh my gosh, you wanted me to pull up Safari for the post.
That would allow people to see what results I'm about ready to read without just me saying things like extended stroke.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Then it sounds like I'm describing a swimming session.
Okay, here we go. So.
We're ready.
Yeah. There. I mean, I could pull it up on the font, but I mean, this also works. All right.
Oh, well, I guess I could have said that. It was just I wanted to make sure I read them correctly. And I'm only going to focus on the options that actually received votes.
Okay.
And the bottom of those were B plus F. And so B was the smushed vowels.
These two.
And F, vowel diacritic replaces stroke. And so that did not make it, but it did receive some love.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
Up from there, option A, where it's just the basic set, the triple.
Got it.
The next one. Up from there, D plus F. So the vowels replace the top stroke, and then the vowel diacritic replaces stroke single.
Which one is that?
That D plus F.
Okay, these two.
Yeah, and so that again received lots of love in the votes, but was not the winner. The clear winner, which received twice as many votes as any other option, was B plus G, and B was the smushed vowels, and G was the combined diacritics.
It is a very unique shape. I like it.
It is. It looks like an old tiny G shape, the way they used to have that sharper line coming down.
Yeah.
So it does make me happy.
All right. So
that's what this whole thing is about, right?
Making Jesse happy. Or as we say, MJH. All right. Good. So that's done with. Let me scroll down this to somewhere. My goodness. There's still highlights here. We could talk about those today. So what this means is that...
Do you see I made a to-do list for Thursday?
You did? Where did you?
Did you see? You were right there in the document.
Oh. Ooh. Well, let me add something else to the front of this to-do list. There are 2 discussion items. Oh, no, but I wanted to have a dot, so I need to do it over here. Doop. Discussion item 1. Teeth alignment plus labiodentals. Discussion item 2. Teeth plus mouth plural. Okay, the first one, I want to bring this up because I don't do this often enough, but I went through the comments that we received on our actual videos. So the people that put comments on videos, I went through all of them the other day. And someone made a comment, and I don't remember who, but somebody made a comment that sounded to me like complete pseudoscience, absolute garbage, which was that they were saying, you know, the rabbits shouldn't have any labiodental sounds because their teeth align, and the only reason that we have labiodental sounds is because our teeth aren't aligned the same way. I looked it up, and it is...
Yeah, I was going to say there is an article.
It's not just one. It's not just one. It's several. This is apparently as true is going to get now. So, apparently, when we started eating softer foods, it gave us more of an overbite. Is that right? Mm-hmm. It gave us more of an overbite, which apparently made labiodentals easier, and this is why labiodental sounds are more modern than others. It sounds absolutely stupid, ridiculous, and I still kind of like 20% don't believe it. But
here's my argument.
Yeah.
One, these are rabbits who can speak anyway, so let's just be realistic there.
Yeah.
There are concessions. 2, the bilabial fricatives, because the labiodentals, the only ones we have are fricatives.
Yeah.
The bilabial fricatives sound so much like the labiodentals that I would argue a romanization of F and V would be what you would want to use, assuming that you wouldn't also have an F and a V that you need to distinguish.
Yeah.
And so if we need to say, yeah, you're right, they technically have a F and a V, they are so similar to F and V that I'm still happy with calling them labiodentals for the purposes of our writing.
Yes, and several people have commented that, like Logan commented that, I think, first. And there's, and I did a quick check, and there's really nothing that we have to gainsay that. Where's our actual phonology? So one minor thing that might happen is that there's, like, you know, N is allowed before these labial sounds and doesn't assimilate to M, but in fact that doesn't happen for us. It does assimilate to M, so that's fine. Right. So that was my one thing, but the other thing was whatever is mutating these rabbits gave them thumbs. It might as well have given them the correct jaw alignment as well.
you know.
But nevertheless, point well taken, and I now know something that I didn't beforehand. So, I mean, gosh, I still can't believe it.
Which is exciting.
I mean, what's next? Is it languages without future tenses? We don't actually save money as well? Sorry, we're strike through. All right, so that's item number 1. Okay. Oh yeah, Evan, we already did the poll results. Yeah. Oh, good. So wow, you're on top of this. Okay. Discussion item number 2. I thought I would at least raise this issue. So let us go to our word for tooth. Well, cheek tooth as well. I guess it doesn't matter. Both of them. So we have cheek tooth and why isn't kata coming up? Incisor. Here, let me just put in parentheses.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
tooth. There we go. Now we can find it. So our plurals for these are to, and our plurals come from, our toe plural comes from piled or something, right?
Yeah.
Right, so that's the toe qua. There was a suggestion on YouTube that the plural for teeth shouldn't be the non-eaten one, it should be the eaten one, not because they eat teeth, but because if you have more than one tooth, you have a mouthful of teeth.
Literally.
Yeah, so it's not that you're eating them, it's that they're actually in your mouth. Now, for some reason, whenever I think of like teeth, and I'm making a word for like a tooth, I am always thinking of a disembodied tooth, like holding a tooth in your hand. I don't know why. This is not the way that I think any sentient being deals with teeth the most frequently. I mean, rabbits included. They're
unless they collect them on chains or something. I don't know.
Even so, the teeth that are in your own darn mouth, you're probably going to be dealing with more than any others. And more often than not, they're actually in your mouth.
More often than not. That's how I like my days to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was the suggestion. Now we have to deal with it. What do you think?
Now we have to deal with it. That sounds delightful. It also makes sense to say mouthful of teeth, and then it would just be one of the special instances. I really need to get a video of this baby squirrel who has decided to make a home outside of our.
Please take a break to do that. At least for my benefit.
I keep getting drawn because I see it run across the driveway right by my window. Anyway.
Yeah.
I really like that idea for the plural, and so yeah.
Okay, so then let's
take. But that means we need a new N word, right? Because the whole point of that word was to show.
Yeah.
That there was no nothing happened before and.
Yeah, well, we'll need a new basic. We'll need a new one of those. But that's not a big deal. We might even already have one. Yeah, I know baby teeth do fall out, but it's even so, most of the time, the teeth in your mouth are not falling out. Dreams excluded. And that's true. The bun tooth fairy is the great tooth eater, so. That can be a nice, okay, so then the plural would be and that would be, so egata, and then what's our other one, toniki, with an N, just an there. All right, so that's a very simple change that we can go ahead and implement very simply. So we shall just change toe
and
to
I already have another word for the toe with a nasal, so.
Good.
I'm ready for that.
All right.
Oh, there's also one right above it if you want to use nezin and tonezin. Or we could do mina, which is nose.
Let's do mina because that one was coined in honor of a patron.
Oh, I like nice. That. So yeah, mina and tomina.
There, and I'm putting the asterisk next to those so that I remember that they're special, so that the next time we look at those, I'm saying, why the heck does that have an edible plural? We'll remember.
Because remember the great tooth eater? Yeah. That is part of the lore that we have discussed.
Yeah, always the great tooth eater.
Oh, wait, I was going to fix. Now I've lost it.
Evan, why don't you write up the details for that and email it to us for our Q&A? Because... the first thing that I'll do is look up TLIC again. TLIC is the one where it's immediate, right? Like glass breaking? Or is that the one where it's totally affected? I can't remember.
Just a second. I'm typing nose over here, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, shoot, TLIC and ATLIC. TLIC is the one that you can say for 2 hours, right? Something happens for 2 hours.
Honestly, I don't know. But here's the point. There's no way that question can be answered. As you have framed it, Evan, it has absolutely no answer. there has to be more detail. So why don't you just send us an email with more detail and we'll answer it on our Patreon. And remember that those Q&A things that we do, you don't need to be a patron. They're public posts. Anybody can look at them. All right.
Also, Logan, thank you. TLIC has the natural endpoint, so like I ran to the park.
Yes.
Versus a TLIC is the one without a natural. So I ran for 2 hours, where it's you can add that for 2 hours. That was always the thing I added to test it in my mind.
Yeah. Megan, I can't believe I forgot it was Thursday either. Then it was. Just like that.
Evan asked, fixing your hair, can non-patrons respond in the comments?
No, non-patrons won't be able to respond in the comments. I am fairly certain. I don't know. It is just like a service, so you could have a Patreon account, even if you're not a patron of any Patreon, but like you could just have an account in general, and maybe that's all you would need to respond to a public post. I don't know. You could try. If not, just email us comments and we'll type them in there and respond to them. We'll make it work. Okay, good. So not having a mouthful of noses. Okay, so the next question that this raises, by the way, should we also do a mouthful of tongues, or should we assume that if you're talking about more than one tongue, it cannot be in one mouth?
Right, yeah, no. And I feel like teeth is the only thing.
And the tongues are too little for something like lengua, right? You have that in Texas, yeah?
Like lengua?
Lengua? The food? Cow tongues? Is this not?
Oh! I've never heard it called that. I've just always heard it called tongue or cow tongue.
Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, maybe many different people, many different cultures eat it, right? But
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. But I've just never heard it called anything else. So I was like, lengua? Like,
well, you usually see it like if you have a taco place and it's like you can have, carne asada, pollo asada, lengua, carnitas, and so on,
Tex-Mex food is often written in English.
Oh, just like, fried beef, fried chicken.
Or just pronounced that way,
Drowning in Velveeta.
Chili con queso.
Hey, at least you say queso and not queso.
I mean, that's something.
Okay.
So
oh, yeah.
Good?
Of course, W. Watson. They don't eat meat. So, duh.
We're good.
What do you mean you don't eat no meat? Huh? My big fat Greek wedding, anyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's okay. We're having lamb.
Oh, yeah. My grandmother said something very similar to Erin when she found out she was vegetarian. She said that she only buys organic chicken.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I had the problem of explaining to people that fish is meat. That's one thing that, like, a lot of people think vegetarian or vegan. It's like, oh, so we'll have fish. And I'm like, no. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do have...
Oh, gosh, that's frightening. So even rabbit molars keep growing? I mean, I know that given where molars are, it would be impossible for them not to wear them down, right? But can you imagine if your molars kept growing? How creepy that would be?
That would be terrifying. Okay, so while I have your attention, and I have your attention, you're totally on me, not laughing at comments. Okay, on the to-do list, the highlighted things.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, before you left me for the font program.
Yes.
Okay. So, we had mentioned to have with myself to be emphatic, like I did it myself, literally meaning my shadow.
Yes.
And so, would Chalyun, would that be the form? If we wanted to keep that? No. Do we want to keep that, or was that just an idea in passing?
No, because that's not how. Okay, so if you did that, then we need one for every pronoun, yeah?
Right. Would it ever grammaticalize where it just like lost the sense of my?
Cut out just a teeny little bit. But
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's all right. We're okay now. Let's take a quick gander at our pronouns. Chalyun.
That sounds like a lovely
Chalice. Chaliway? Chalicis, Chalisas, Chalime, Chalija, Chalitu, Chalidu. Chaliway?
And I wasn't sure that we wanted to keep the idea anyway, but I wanted to have a form ready if we did.
Chalices. How about we could do this? Chalyun, Chalis, but then Chaiwe, Chaisis, Chaime, Chaija, Chaidu, Chaisas.
Okay.
But so the reason that the thing that gave us pause last time is we were using shadow for something else. Oh, there is? Thank you.
Oh wait, what?
They found the second David.
Hey, there is.
I'm making you bigger. I'm getting rid of it.
Twice as oh, maybe I should back up. Okay, so
there, gone.
Shadow is the same word as a verb meaning to be shaded or in the shade of something. It also means the color black, and it means shadow. So it's those three things. If that.
No, it's something else. It's a preposition. Look up the protoform. Tiali.
Oh.
Beyond.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it's beyond. So it's luchai.
Ajai.
And ajai.
Right.
So. Yeah, we could do it. It would be adding a lot of
meanings on that one word.
Yeah,
one root.
But I mean, in the interest of fun, since we are trying to have fun, we could. And this is how we would do it. So, I mean, just as a goof, let's
just for funsies.
That's not what below means. That's what below means.
Yeah, that was not the way you had intended.
Okay, good. And then we're going to add column after because that's the way you have to do it nowadays. Then you have to merge cells. Beep. Now we can make this thing its size it's supposed to be again, which is that. Now we can format table, distribute columns evenly, and...
By the way, I love that you're doing all this just for fun, and we may not keep whatever you're doing.
Yep.
I would have, copied the table over and played with the new table. So then I could just delete it if I didn't like it.
We'll talk about stress in a moment. Okay. Does this work again? Yeah, it does.
I like that. Okay. So what are we waiting for feedback?
Evan likes it. Evan likes it. Okay, so let's discuss stress. So my heart wants to do chalyun, chalis, chaime, but I don't know if that actually makes sense. Think about if you were to say And by the way, this is a secondary. Like this started off with my shadow, and then it would have been pulled out of that construction, presumably for use elsewhere. This reminds me of kind of like mañana meaning now, where it means, morning, tomorrow, and now, because it's like, when do you want it? Well, tomorrow. Right now.
You should really say yesterday instead.
Yeah.
Because in English, when you say yesterday, that means now.
Yeah. Okay. So, my shadow. Would the stress be on shadow or my? Like the biggest hit?
See, I was thinking it would be on shadow.
Chalyun.
But, yeah.
Chalis. Chaime. Chaija. Chaidu. Chaiwe. Chaisis. Chaisas.
But like I could be swayed to think otherwise.
Even if we did that, I think it would still be chaisis and chaisas because of the reduplication.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it pulls the sort of heaviness.
So let's do that, no matter what.
Okay. Maybe I also am leaning toward stressing shadow just because it's easier for me to say.
Okay.
Evan says maybe the original form was Chalyun and the others were created via analogy. So the stress is always on chai.
Not with the plurals, though. No, with the plurals. Plurals got to stay like that.
And Wesley, English does have emphatic pronouns because we can use the reflexive as an emphatic. So, I did it myself, where myself is doing nothing but emphasizing that meaning of alone.
Hold on a sec. Gotta do this a little bit more adjusting.
I like the sound of chame. I do like the sound of that. Chaja. Chaju. It's really Chalyun that's throwing me off.
Chalyun.
See, do we have... Oh yeah, Pablo. When we do use the reflexive pronoun, self tends to be emphasized, like myself.
And so
myself.
that, yeah. Okay, let's leave it like this. Good addition. I like that. We'll find some use for these. It's cool.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay. That was only 1 point. And do I need to let you go to the font program so that way things actually get done?
I mean, maybe, but let's go back to your to-do list and see what we got, since we decided not to go in order.
Some of them need more attention than others. And so we had just this note, you send as causative, and if that is something we do want to chase down, we need a word for it to send. And so this is one of our patron names, and I just thought that seems like a nice word for to send.
We're just gonna have send be all by itself, just some word that jumped out of Zeus's head, meaning send, huh? Like in what sense?
I was trying to think like throw or something like that.
Yeah.
Would be the form, but I didn't know how rabbits. What modality do you think they would have used originally to send one thing to another rabbit?
Yeah, honestly, it feels like send. It feels like send itself should be a causative. Oh, hold on. Okay, so now, just so everybody knows, of course, when it comes to the Beatles' solo careers, I mean, Paul McCartney, I rank him fourth, to be honest. All right? George Harrison, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, then Paul McCartney. And I think that a lot of Paul McCartney's solo material is somewhat ridiculous. And that includes this song. But the line is just so hilarious that I love it. I absolutely love it. He's got this line, "My love is like a wheel. Let me roll it to you."
So roll. I like it.
Yeah, because roll is something that, that can happen, right? It just, things roll, right? But it's something that is also, you can see how that would get zero derived to like a causative, because it's very easy to roll something, to make it roll.
Right. So
I think it should be roll.
I think that sounds good. Okay, so.
And alles is great. Alles is great for roll.
For it to roll?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. The taste. Just
Thank you, Applesauce Project.
Okay. And so then directly below that, another sort of related, we had this idea for it to taste also meaning to try. And so this is another patron name that needed to be incorporated. And for some reason, I felt like Lemmy felt like tasting.
Yeah. No, that's like 100% obvious. It's
obvious.
Done, so.
Okay. Excellent. In that case, I think I'm ready for you to leave as I put these entries in. And then when I'm ready to take over their attention, I'll shout, because there's some other things I need help deciding.
Okay, that was a good note. We do indeed want to be sure not to forget that. We also, by the way, and when I say we, I don't know, like it means we, but I want it to mean you. should go to we should go to our Reddit thread. That's our mega thread that says all recommendations for season 1. We got to go through that list. You know what? Yeah. We have, because our goal is to finish up Engala this month, which means when I make my to-do list for next Thursday, I'm going to go visit that mega thread. I'm also going to visit the Patreon post. Got it. Okay.
And get the things.
Cool. All right. That was good stuff, though. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're going to switch to font view, but not quite yet. So I remembered that when we did font view, you couldn't see the window that showed you the features, which meant that you couldn't see the stuff that I was typing. So I thought that, what is that? Zoom in is period? Okay. So I thought I would show you, at the very least, what I'm doing here. Hey, I gave you a command. Okay. Oh. Okay. So with our ridiculous base 30 number system, right? We need to actually have a way to do that. And so what I did was I created this code here, because remember, it's not going to matter what happens when you type one number next to another, because the numbers are going to be written vertically. So all you're going to do is write a digit and then return carriage and then write another digit. And so we can just use this code to get our glyphs from 10 through 29. So all you do is substitute like 1 and 0 by a special glyph called 10 Ingala, and I did that all the way down to 29. And so now, assuming that I've typed everything correctly, I should just be able to copy this code, paste it at the bottom here. I may do a little comment out and say what these are. A little comment out, and I'll say these are numbers. Paste, and then I hit the compile button over here. It says it's got a bunch of new glyphs, and create missing glyphs. Oh no. What's this? That doesn't look right.
I can't read what it says. What does it say?
It says MB Ingala. There should be no such glyph. So we got an error up here in our code. And that's fine. Yeah, because when you type MB, it shouldn't return MB Engala. It should return A MB Engala, because we are working with a an abugida here, where the base character is A. So yeah, that should be fine, and I can now safely delete this character. Good. And yep, okay. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and no misspellings. Despite the fact that I feel like there should be 2 T's in 18. Like, shouldn't there be?
No.
I mean,
they share.
But I mean, shouldn't there be?
No.
I'm going to make the numbers yellow. Yep.
What
did
Evan wanted to know how many more glyphs there were.
No, that's it. Oh, I mean,
I guess, like, how many more you have to do still.
Oh, I don't know. We'll find out in a minute.
All of them. All of them.
There are little errors that abound. Anyway, but okay. So now that coding is done, I'm going to switch back to the default view. I'm going to quit text edit. Don't need it anymore. And I'm going to go back to our font view. There we go. And there's Jesse, and there's me. And there's the to-do list. All right. So, first thing that we need to do is we need to incorporate the results of the poll, which is this. So, what are those? Which one's the, so that's I, and this is for
B and G,
right? G, right? Okay, so then that's IG Engala. Where is it? Oh, ING Angala, ING, right? Because of course there is no G. It's Angma. It's the, yeah. Highlands in the stream, that is what you are.
Okay, so if you were to reduplicate roll to be rolling imperfectively,
hold on.
Would you just alles?
Yeah, hold on a sec. I made a little bitty mistakey poo there. There we go. That I unmistaked it.
I would hope so.
Okay, good. Okay, so go ahead, say it again.
Because the alles is the verb to roll, would its reduplicated form simply be alles, because the S would kind of be interpreted as the new onset, alles.
Wouldn't it be asalas?
Drop out the L?
And the E.
It is now.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
You can go back to glyphing.
Yep. All right. So, you know what this means? We can type Angala now.
I want to see it.
All right. Here we go. We got to include our, oops, beep. Yep. All right. And then let's make it a little bit bigger. No, too big, because we're going vertically. And it's, I guess it's not going to let me do my special. Okay, fine. Schwanji. Okay. Oh. What?
What's happening over there?
No, we need the empty glyph, don't we?
Oh, for the... for that last one we would, right?
Yeah.
Because it's vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant.
Yeah, because if that was the protoform, right? Let's take a quick gander.
Protoform would have been just the prenasalized G-A-L-A. So yeah, it would have to be empty prenasalized G.
Okay, yeah, we need that empty glyph. My bad. We still can't type Ingala.
You got us all so excited.
And I've been avoiding the empty glyph because it's hard.
Which one was that? Was that the one that was like based on hop or something?
Yeah, it's got a rabbit in it.
Okay.
Hold on. Are we talking about 70s prog rock? And we're not talking about John Quixote? How did this happen? Because, you know, that's me and John Quixote's thing. Is 70s prog rock. Okay, so yeah, we're going to need that empty glyph. And the thing is, I've been avoiding it. It's going to have a piece that's built off another piece, and a second piece that is semi-built off another piece, kind of. Yeah, because this is him right there. See? I don't know.
Oh, I'm waiting to see. Delay.
Yep.
Oh, that is one heck of a glyph. I wish you good luck with that.
Yeah, I just moved my finger. All right. Well, so yeah, we're not going to be doing that right now. Let's do H. H is easier.
And Evan, yes, it's written top to bottom.
Okay. H.
I always find H is interesting because English doesn't have a true H.
Yeah.
We just do voiceless copy. Wow.
Yeah. I was wondering, can you can you just like process this and like give me what you think the correct answer is? If we were to type an E in Ingala anywhere, is there any reason that it wouldn't just automatically be schwa? Oh. It would be most of the time, but before a nasal coda it would be A. That's right.
Yeah.
But most of the time it would be schwa. So if we were to type E, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Why not just have it be schwa and then just remember that sometimes it won't be?
As in our new word from last week, solen, which would need to have an A.
Yeah. Unless if you type an A, if you type an E before any of our pre-nasalized consonants, it will always be ah. So we can just write that code right in there. Same thing with O. Oh. Okay, so I know that's going to be really boring for people, so I'll do it later. Because it's working with glyphs we already have here. But I'm just making a note here. Okay, so A and O are going to go ahead and default to schwa, but A before a prenasalized consonant is going to equal A, and O before a prenasalized consonant is going to equal A. Yes. Good.
I'm trying to get Megan. You just all went out for this very emphatic no. and trying to figure out if I missed something as I was entering dictionary things. Just no.
Yeah. Hey, I got a super quick question. When we're listing protoforms in the dictionary, do we put the copy vowels in or no?
The protoforms?
Yes.
No, we did not.
So we have protoforms without copy vowels.
For instance, Tulu,
yeah,
which is grass, is just TUL in its protoform.
Okay, so then we don't need to. We'll have a distinction in writing there. We can, right? Mm-hmm. It'll probably get lost after a time, but at least for some of them, we'll be like, especially the older ones, they don't get written with the silent character at the end, and it's just known that there's copy vowel.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Megan, I agree. That was a no moment.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Okay. Oh. Z is easy. Should do Z. See how that comes out. Did I already do K? Yeah, I did do K. Let's try Z. Z looks like that. All right.
Was that the little crossover mountain? Was that river source or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Where's my little brush thing? Do I want window? Panel, brush. There it is. Okay, good. Okay, 1,000. This is 500. Yeah, let's have that come down from 500. I think that makes sense. Well, that's a fat little stroke, isn't it? Oh, oh! It screwed up my thing. It totally screwed it up. Hold on, that's why that's so fat. Hold on. Let me just...
like your entire brush
30, 30, and then we got 188, 76, 65, 53. I think I wrote that down somewhere.
I do. Do you need me to repeat those numbers to you? Because I have it here in the document.
That might be good. No, okay, it's there. It just changed it. It changed it as soon as I typed it. Why would it do that? Okay.
Does it not like?
Okay, so 188.
Mm-hmm. And then 76. 65. 53. And then 200 thickness.
Yeah.
In parentheses behind that.
Okay. So now, much better. Wow. That's like, wow. I mean, that's the sexiest curve I've ever made, and I don't even know, is it the right height? Can I just use it? Yes, I can.
You know what that sexy curve deserves.
Ooh.
Kopico. Won't forget anymore.
Kopico. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, gosh, these are so good. I really wish we could eat them on days other than Thursdays. They would be so gone.
Thursdays are now known as
Kopico, the answer to abstinence. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Whilst David is making some curves.
Holy shit, that's really good.
I need to know, should we have separate words for thunder and lightning, or should they be the same word? If we should have separate words, we need some roots.
I mean, they're not really the same thing, so I would say yes.
I would say separate too. I wasn't sure why we said make a word for thunder/lightning. So I was like, did we have a discussion that I don't remember about how they would see it as together? Separate, flash and bang. Okay, separate. So we need thunder.
I kind of like that little
lightning
twist at the end. Like, I kind of like it. I'm going to keep it for now. I may get rid of it.
It does look nice.
Get rid of it. Terrible. Okay. Wow. This one's sassing me hard.
So ideas, I see ideas forming here. That Mike says the ancient Greek root would be lightning is, I guess thunder would be rumbly thumber. Oh goodness. Thunder. And then lightning would be cracky thunder. No, I see what you're saying. There's 3 words. Lightning, the rumbly thunder, and then the cracky thunder. I see what you're saying there. It just, my brain was so excited about Kopiko, I stopped being able to read and process language for a minute. That could actually be, I kind of like that, Mike. The rumbly kind. The cracky kind.
Can't do that. I can't do that.
Why can't we do that?
No.
Oh, you're talking about you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I was like, I will fight for this.
I'm going to put it over there because I kind of want to look at it some more, but this one doesn't work. At the very least.
I have Sasan. And then Ice Tones mentions maybe there could be like a general verb to rumble that gets resolved or evolved rather into thunder and other related words. Rumble.
By the way,
so glad I got you hooked on that song.
You know that I looked it up, and believe it or not, Kenny Rogers is the one that sings the main line, not Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton provides the harmony.
Right.
I was surprised by that. And his
it was actually on his album.
Yeah.
Originally. Yeah.
His vocal line is very high as well, comparatively speaking. I'm gonna fix this. That's just, it's too much. You see, does everybody see what I'm thinking here? It's like, okay, obviously that's too much, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's too much. It's too thick. It's way too thick. It's crazy thick. I don't like it. It needs to be pushed in.
Also, I need to say that the Applesauce Project just came up with an amazing idea.
Yeah.
That the rumbly kind of thunder would actually come from their verb to thump, as in thunder is divine thumping.
Ooh.
I love it.
I love it. No, I don't want to, well, whatever. I wanted to delete it, not fix it. I'm done with it. Let's try that. It's still too, okay, so we need to do, okay, and then this needs to go up, right? And then we're going to move this, and then we're going to move this. Huh. I just don't like it. It's too thick. Like, that's a little better. I haven't been looking at the comments. Are people agreeing with me? Like, or is it just me?
Oh, most of the comments. Oh, hi, Emmanuel. So far, most of the comments have been for me and my work.
That's
so fine. Sorry, I have just taken over. You're just,
I got that.
We saw your superb curve, and we were just done.
Okay, now this needs to have a little bit of fatness to it.
Applesauce Project says looks great. Megan says it looks a little bit squished.
Let's try it. Hold on a sec. Got an idea.
Oh, Evan, yes, I am technically Dr. Jesse.
Do people call you that? Do they call you Dr. Sams?
My students that don't feel comfortable calling me Jesse call me Dr. Jesse.
Really? They don't call you Dr. Sams?
Well, my 3,000 and 4,000 level students, I let them call me Jesse. Whenever I teach the 1,000 and 2,000 level classes with freshmen, I say Dr. Sams to set a precedence. But once we get into the linguistics classes, it's like, yeah, we're all good here. Evan says the right leg needs to be longer.
Oh, I know the right leg needs to be longer. It's needed to have been longer the entire time. The problem was that it just looked so good on its own that I didn't want to have to get into the weeds of it. But I suppose you're right. It's time. Because the thing is, it's going to need to be done manually.
And Agodog says the left terminator looks off for me.
It does, doesn't it?
I had no idea what that meant, but I'm so glad you understood. Okay, so, maybe is shortening the left easier than lengthening the right? Or do you need to lengthen the right for the space? Oh, but that looks nice, too, as you're stretching it.
What? Really? No, it doesn't.
You didn't like it? Oh,
no.
Okay,
I'm going to
Mate's funny story, I don't use doctor on my airplane tickets anymore because the first time I flew after getting my PhD, I did. Because I was like, oh, doctor. And then there was a medical emergency, and they were like, we show there is a doctor on board. And I'm like, oh.
Whoa.
Not that kind. So
that
I decided
really happened
not
to
put
you?
Doctor anymore.
That really happened to you? Okay, you need to back up and give us all of that story. What? The first time? The first and
only. I have never used it since. And so I honestly don't even remember where I was flying. But we would have still been living up in Buffalo. And and it wasn't a medical emergency in the sense that, somebody had like a heart attack or something, but it was enough of a medical emergency that they needed verification that somebody was okay on board. And I could only verify that they could say sibilants and things like that.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrifying. So I decided from then on, I only use doctor if it's clear it's an academic setting.
Were they disappointed? Did they say anything?
Luckily, there was somebody else on board who could help. So it was not like, I just kept my head down. I was like, I hope they don't look up the name associated with it.
Oh, so you didn't actually...
I just was like...
They didn't come directly to you and say, doctor, we need your help.
No. They just said, we show there's a doctor on board on the manifest. It's like,
Manifest. There's a show we've all forgotten about. Oh, this is just getting...
I totally forgot it was still... I'm sorry, I also
totally
got lost as we were stretching things.
Absolutely getting worse and worse.
Oh, and Logan, no, I did, however, take cognitive neuroscience for fun. And that was, at the PhD level, one of the most fascinating classes. Actually, it was behavioral neuroscience, cognitive behavioral neuroscience. All of those words were in there somehow. Okay, anyway, I really like the word sazen for lightning because, let's just be honest, lightning is like sazen, and that's cool. Exciting. That was a suggestion, and now I've forgotten who said it. I think it was Joey. And I still need
the
verb to thump, and then we got to decide the cracky kind of thunder.
Does anybody approve of what I just did here? I mean, it was absolutely nuts. Nuts.
Wait, did you just add a swoop?
Yeah, I did.
I think that looks delightful. Could they be separated more? So they're not so close together?
I know what you mean, but the thing is it's going to change the whole thing because it's going to change where it attaches to the upper right swoosh. Okay, so let's see here. Like that.
Okay, Evan.
Let's delete this.
I'm gonna take your idea of bringing back Finalizing, but
let's try deleting this. See what happens.
We have Sazin down here for lightning, so to thump sounds fun for Finalizing. That sounds very thumpy.
Okay, I'm just gonna see what happens when I do this. I'm just gonna see what happens. Okay.
I'm seeing words like approval, swoop, very flowy. I like it. I'm seeing all this about your new curve.
That actually kind of works.
You're right, Mateus. Finebe, the B. What makes it sound thumpy?
I wonder. Yeah, that's gives a little bit of weight there. I wonder if probably just fine. Yeah, seems like a kind of a natural evolution. Now, Jesse, you were really wanting this thing to separate. And so I want you to look at this character. And the thing is, if we take this new swoosh and we move it, right? The where it connects to the piece on the right, the rightmost piece, where it connects, that connection is going to move down. Okay. You see? We can... Come on, Siri, not right now. No, not right now.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something else I can help with?
No.
Okay.
I have a funny story about that too. But, okay, so it would have to move down, which would lose some of that beauty of that swoop as it comes down. I'm also imagining that if I were the rabbit writing this, I would make it all one stroke, and that seems fun too. The current position allows for that imagining of some rabbits just looping that all the way around.
Eventually, like this is just I mean really stage, what do I want to say, 3 of this writing system. So like, you know, with stage 1 being, you know, much more pictographic, and stage 2 being a slight variation on the pictographic, and this stage 3 is a variation on that variation. Okay, so let's try.
Oh, I know what our word is going to be. I was pulling old roots that we had noted. Zuko is going to be the cracky kind of thunder.
What? Oh no! Really?
Yes.
And is the protoform going to be Zuko, or is it going to be Zeusko so that the modern form can be Zuko?
The protoform is Zeus.
Yeah. No, it can be Zeuska with a schwa because it'll become O because the first thing is you.
Oh, well, that would probably make it a lot easier.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Honor. Okay.
Nice.
Now let's just, okay, everybody, I want you to take a look. Okay, Jesse. 1 or 2?
Okay, I'm waiting. I see 1, and I see 2. And I'm momentarily trying to figure... Oh, it's a slight down. Okay, I think 2. I think that's my vote. Oh, Megan. Hey. It's in.
Got, we're tied right now. Got 2 people voting for 1, 2 people voting for 2. Okay, 1 is winning 3-2 now. Tied again. 2 is up. This is a tough one.
2. I'm at 3 and 4. 5, 6. Oh.
No, it's 2 is winning now.
2 is just taken over.
Oh, and of course Biblaridian, who has the trumping vote. I mean, he votes too, so that's the winner. Sorry, Evan. 2 it is. But don't worry, 1 will always live on in our hearts. It's down here. It'll still be in the font somewhere.
What, you're not going to kill it like you did the central vowels? So you're going to keep?
Oh yeah, it'll be there. Because as soon as we've decided that we are not creating any more new glyphs, then I'll start deleting glyphs, but you delete them in a special way where it keeps them in the font, so it renames them, and so they just live in the font. A kind of little afterlife where you can never find them. Yeah. All right, so 2 it is, and then the 2 was already up there. So we're going to put that.
Okay, question.
Yes?
I feel like thunder should be a verb in Ingala.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
And not a noun.
Well, so this goes, the reason that we had that note about thunder being animate and non-rabbit.
We wanted the pronoun.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So thunder has to be a noun. Okay, so then question.
Ooh.
If thunder came from the verb to thump, we have several other cases in the language where we just use verb and similar noun forms as exactly the same shape.
Yeah.
So I can just have fenebe being both to thump and thunder.
Well, first of all, yes, Oza Yamosa and the Central Vowels is a perfect name for a rock band. But what we should do before making this decision is go back to the original reason why thunder was going to be a non-rabbit. Because if it doesn't have any, like, if thunder is now going to come from thumping, I don't even know if that even makes sense anymore. So let's go to the original idea and see if we still like it.
The original idea?
Yes. Because there was a reason that we were having to get the non-rabbit animate. There was a reason.
Does anyone remember? Because that note says everything I remember about it.
I don't know, but it's just, I want to honor it because I remember it was a good idea. It was somebody's idea.
Applesauce Project says divine thumping does not have to be rabbits. The divine could be non-rabbit. Joey says Cherokee inspiration, right?
I mean, it wouldn't have come from me. It came from somebody else.
Ice Tone says maybe something involving predators.
No, but like it was a specific idea. It was a story idea. I don't remember if it came from Dark Horse.
Was that in our Reddit?
It may have been. It may have been. Let's hope.
I'm gonna go search.
Okay, so Z.
And crunch.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time.
Bum, bum, bum. From beyond. Okay.
In the before time, there was a rabbit on the moon. Ulu loved the rabbit Earth Ema. However, her father, the thunder rabbit, forbade the two from meeting. He forbade them from meeting on the land or in the sky. He forbade them from meeting when the trees had green leaves, when the trees had no leaves. However, Ulu was clever, finding a way around her father's restrictions. They met in a tree, which was neither land nor sky. They met in the fall when the leaves had changed colors. It's the festival of the red leaves.
Okay, well, but then that doesn't make any sense because the thunder rabbit is a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
And presumably the thunder that the thunder rabbit makes would be thumping. So that couldn't have been it. I mean, that's a wonderful story. I love it. But that can't be where this came from. There was a reason.
That's the only time thunder appears on Reddit.
It had to be. It had to be on the stream somewhere. It had to be.
So if everyone could just drop everything that they had planned for the next week and live stream every episode we have done back to back.
Or simultaneously, just like in The Man Who Fell to Earth. Oh my. Oh, that. Do you see what I just pasted? How did that happen?
That entire...
Oh my god. How did that happen?
You got like 3 of them?
It's
like a shadow form?
It pasted like a fat version of it. How did it do that? Okay, we're good. We're good. Cool. What? Like, what?
Wesley says it's the chaos glyph.
What is it doing?
And yeah, Applesauce Project, Mike Katalinich has been amazing in providing all the timestamps we have received so far. However, I'm sure that anyone else who wants to join in on that fun, I will take timestamps from anyone.
There we go. Them. By the way, we need to make those links.
What, sorry?
We need to make those links, the timestamps.
I thought all I had to do was put the time in the box and it automatically did it in YouTube.
No, you got to turn those into links. It's even more work.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is, I'm sorry. But I mean, at least they're there, so the things that need to be links are links now. Are okay, so that's where that is. Okay. Good. Okay, good. Now let me see, how far above does that thing need to be? 1, 2, 3 bricks.
Matisse, you timestamped 2 videos?
He did. In the comments.
Oh my gosh, I missed it. Oh, okay.
And Wesley, yes it is. By the way, is it Wesley or Captain Picard Wesley? Let's see.
107 and 108. Okay.
I feel like that should be to the right. I'm going to look at
those and pull those.
I feel like that should be to the right. No.
Yes.
Ah! Okay, sorry.
It should be to the right.
It should be, but yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. I also feel like it should... Oh. What's that?
Wesley with an S. Oh, and Joey says down a bit too.
Yeah, I know. I know. So let's discuss this. So this thing is supposed to be essentially 3 bricks above the main character. And this main character, you see it's a little above the line, but even so, I decided to pretend that it was at the line. And so this is where 3 bricks is. Now, I know it feels like it should be down. And yet, like, consistently, we've been doing it at 3 bricks. Let's see here. Yeah, same thing for this X character. So we're just going to leave it there for right now. It's not necessarily going to stay that way, but we're going to leave it there for right now. And then we'll see what happens. Good. I know what's wrong here. I know what's happening. It's copying, or it's like pasting onto this line for whatever reason. Because it's selected.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That it would do all of that. Okay, so while we wait to try to remember about the whole thunder thing, which, by the way, now that we have 2 thunders, Zuko could also take the animate pronoun. So, like, we could definitely switch it and keep the Fenebe, the thumping kind of connection. Having 2 thunders, kind of nice. I do, however, also need a word that will mean to bite or nibble.
Yeah, so I mean, bite should be something very basic. Nibble should be a little bit of diminutive, shouldn't it? Something.
Yeah, and it needs to be a noun. Sorry, I said to bite, but we already have the verb to bite. We need a noun because whatever we choose for this noun is going to become a diminutive prefix.
I would say just a zero derivation of bite.
Okay.
Myself. God, this looks terrible. Sorry, the K just looks terrible. I hate it.
And of course, our word is pega. We'll get all sorts of keywords.
I don't like this either. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Just a second. That's more like it. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. It was the wrong thing. It was the wrong
thing.
It was the wrong brush. It was the wrong brush stroke. That's why it looked so wrong. Oh my God, all these glyphs are wrong. Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. Look at that. Look at that. They're not even... Oh, I'm so ticked off now. Okay.
Well, it looks like a beautiful shape there.
No, I knew it was wrong, though. I knew it was wrong. So now we're going to have to redo those. Like 100%. I think that's right. That looks right. Yeah, so that's right. That's wrong. This one's wrong right here, right? It should be thinner. Unbelievable.
The one on the top?
Unbelievable.
Is it changing the numbers again, or?
Well, that must have been what happened. That must have been what happened.
If you need the numbers again, let me know.
No. Numbers are fine now.
Okay.
Numbers are fine now. I need to replace that stroke. Not with that. Okay. I need a bold, confident stroke. Not that. That's it, but not quite. See, too much of a bend at the end. That's it. Okay, so now...
Okay, question. Would bite also take the edible? Because if you would have a mouthful of whatever you've bitten?
I don't think so. No. By the way, what is the zero-derived form of bite?
Pega.
So it's P, schwa, K, A?
Yeah, it's right over here, P-A-K-A.
Okay, hold on a sec. I've P-A-K-A?
P-A-K-A.
So it's paga.
Yeah, paga. Did I not say paga?
It sounded like you said pega to me.
Oh, sorry. Paga.
Paga, you got it. Paga. Okay, so then the diminutive would be pa?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
You good with that?
Yeah, it's fine.
But are you happy with it?
I mean, it's not very cute, but whatever. Okay, so we need to get rid of this.
So should we have a different word for...
I don't know.
The noun to bite? Or, sorry, the noun form of bite?
Sorry, I'm having a separate issue right now, which is the whole point of not... The whole reason that I didn't, do... didn't thing the thing was so that I could still access each individual stroke. And it's not letting me do that. This is like untoward. And now, by the way, I have to look at that top stroke. Is that top stroke right? Top stroke is not right. It's not terrible.
Are you talking about the flat one or the...
The flat. The flat isn't right either.
What about a zero-derived form from the verb to be crushed up? Because if you were crushed up, you'd be smaller than a bite, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
So how do you feel about avu? Would be that form. Oh.
No.
No.
No, stick with pa. It's fine.
just want to see your face light up. I don't want it to just be fun.
It's you know, it's just one diminutive at the end of the day. We have others.
You feel that way now. Okay, let me see if this will let me do it.
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm trying to get rid of it. There. So I think I'm going to leave the box shape. The box shape is fine. It's not exactly on stroke, if that's a word, but I'm going to leave it. That's that old form, by the way. We're keeping that so that we remember our mistake always. But this is going to move right there. Do you think that stroke should be longer?
Ooh, which one? Oh, the one on top?
Yeah. Yeah, the one on top. Yeah. Yeah, I think it should be longer too. All right. We're not even there yet, or are we there? Maybe I'm not there. Fast forward. Oh no! Oh no! It's gone! LangTime Studio Outtakes Volume 8. What on earth? Okay, here we go.
Did we disappear?
No, I did.
Oh.
Anyway, one person said what I wanted to hear, so whatever.
So we're good. How would pa from pack with a K originally?
Yeah.
Would the G be maintained intervocalically? So like with unus, would it be pagunus or would it be punus? Or paunus?
I would say it would be retained.
So G intervocalically.
Let's try that. I said, let's try that. Yeah, that's a little bit better, huh? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Do you want to see it bend?
Taken out of context, I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
You want to see it bend?
I like the, yeah.
Okay.
Back to here. Getting the noun form. I got entered.
That's too big. That's a little bit of a bend. Let's try that. So help me.
So fun fact, papaga means nibble. It's a small bite.
Yeah.
But papaka with a K sound means to whittle.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so what about this one?
Okay.
Is this too big?
I like the one on top better. Joey says, I don't like that. Oh, and yes, Mateus, we have a minimal pair there. Mm-hmm.
I think that may be too big. Let's try that. Kind of like that. What do people think? I can move it a little bit so that, you know, matches up better on the left.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
I'll see what other people say, but for me personally, I'm much happier with that.
Yeah. Kind of like that. I do appreciate what Applesauce Project has said, less steep of an angle. I can try that. Well, I can do this the lazy way, which I may. Come on, where's the... Alright. Rotate. Oh, but it's not, it's gonna do the whole thing. Alright, fine. Ugh. Just try another one. It's just gonna free rotate it.
Do you ever just have music playing in your head?
Yeah, right now I just got From Beyond by, what's it? The Swedish band that I was, Enforcer. Boy, it's killing me trying to get that less steep angle with a curve. Maybe that?
You can do that. Ooh. I'm waiting for it to actually get out of editing mode, but oh, that looks kind of nice. It looks like a cute little leaf rusting the top. Hey, bonks.
Okay, we're gonna put them back to back. I may save these, put them somewhere there. That symbol. Come on.
Okay, what I'm seeing, and I may be off timing with what you've done, but it's much better, nice stroke. Applesauce Project is not a fan of the angle. Can it be rotated?
Hold on a sec. We're gonna put them back to back.
Okay, okay.
Let me make sure that this is in the best place it could be.
And Evan, yes, that is exactly what Wibble would be.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, there we are. 1 or 2.
So excited as I wait for this to come up. 2, 1. 1, 1. Sorry, that was just me trying to make up my mind. Okay. We got 4 for 1 right off the bat. Ooh, 5, 6.
Yeah.
7. 1 is just dominating.
Yeah. All right.
We had a couple twos. I see you, but like
thank you,
everybody
Evan.
else.
Thank you, Evan and Ragdoll. You're seeing what I'm seeing, but
you like two better?
Yeah, I do, but that's why I ask. That's why I ask. One is one. It is. One it is.
I mean, I understand because I went back and forth a bit myself. So, like, you know, and by myself, I of course mean Chalyun, because I can now say that.
Chalyun. Okay.
And Bibliridian says 1.5, please.
Yeah, really.
And Beatrice, that's what I felt too. That second one, just it didn't feel like it jive. Yeah. As well with the middle stroke.
Now you want to know the worst part?
What's that?
Okay, anyway, no, that is correct. Okay, good. I thought maybe that one was incorrect. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we fixed that one. These need to be fixed. We're going to keep the square. The square is okay, but the mid-strokes need to be fixed for this one. So let's start with up here. Here, let's.
What is that cute little glyph you just showed with the
face?
Yeah, that one.
It's P.
Yeah.
And
nice. Because like it makes me think that would be their power button. Doesn't it just look like a cute little rabbit power button?
It does. And it's all wrong, and it's about to change. That's good. And that's good. Okay.
Nice.
Cancel.
I'm sorry, I was getting distracted. I was going to. Okay, so we have a patron word that needs to be incorporated, kalima. And so my idea for it was to break it apart, and we have that kali eventative prefix that we can attach to nouns. Mm-hmm. Like we have kayalu, meaning to assess. It literally means to gather rain. And so if we have a noun for ima, we could put kalima together and have a new word. But I need a meaning for ima. What should it mean?
Oh. I don't know. But let me answer Applesauce Project's questions first. Yeah, the squares are wrong. The squares are absolutely wrong at the moment because you can tell. There you go, straight across, and you can see it's tapered. Straight down, and you can see again it's tapered. I think that the L is okay. No, the L is not okay. But what happened was the same problem that happened at the beginning, where if you can you see that over there? You can't. You can't see my brush panel. But I am going to show you real quick. It's going to be small. But can you see this brush panel over here? I'm having to wait to catch up to see.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
So I can see the brush panel, but yeah, you're right, it's small.
Oh, is the brush panel? It's being covered by me, by my camera. So I'm going to move it.
Oh, it's down further.
There we go. So now I know that you can see it.
I was just assuming.
We're going to cover Jessie up. So this brush panel, right? This right here tells you. So first the width of the stroke, and this tells you how kind of like fat the brush is, and what angle it's going to be at. This, however, is what tapers it. And we had these numbers, remember we wrote them down at the beginning. Now, when I first started today, this thing got reset, so it was 100 across the board, which meant a fully flat stroke. And it was wrong, and I noticed it right away, and so Jessie helped me fix it. Evidently, that happened before. I don't know if it was last week or what, but that happened before, and so it screwed up this. For example, whenever I did this shape, it was done without the tapered stroke. And so yes, technically it is wrong. However, I thought for the square, back to the font, I thought for the square it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I can redo it, But I just thought it wasn't worth it. But these strokes were absolutely wrong, the ones in the middle, and had to be redone. So that is that. And I think that these should be brought down a little bit.
I mean, regardless of needing to redo the line, so I just really like this glyph.
Let's do that. Let's see how close that is to the original. Yeah, that looks tons better, worlds better. I like that, because it just looks fake with these two lines in there. They're just, I mean, they look like something that you would create in an editor. This looks much better. I am looking at this. I think this needs to go over a hair. Yes. And H-A-R-E. Terrible. Okay. Okay, good. So we've already we've already saved those because they're up there. So now what we need to do is we need to take these, oops. Okay, copy. And then we just delete these, paste.
Yeah, those are much better now that I see it go back to back with the replacement like that.
Yeah. So now the question is it going to fix these? The K, because the K doesn't look very good. Anyway, yeah, Veronica actually has the exact same question that I do. So because of this font issue, I completely fuzzed out. So
not a problem.
So kalima was going to be a compound, which is why it has that stress. And so
yes.
And so cal was going to be our prefix that we already have, right?
Right, and so we have it used in two different ways. One, it attaches to nouns like in kayalu to mean like you gather it up. However, we also, the original idea for it was for it to be a nominal derivation attached to a verb, like to see, and then, like kalusi was going to mean sight. That was the original. But we didn't enter any words that have it attaching to a verb.
Do we have a word for to hear?
Yes, low.
Darn. Because I was going to say that would make sense if it was like to hear and hearing, if Ima was here. But okay, Ima is always a special word for me because it had a specific meaning in Kamakawi.
What was it?
I meant like you used it right now, so like Ima, It had other meanings, but that's how it worked. Anyway, so a verb that then has some sort of an eventative built off of it. So that kalima would mean like sight or hearing or smell or something else like that. Thought?
Wait, did you say bought or ought?
Thought. Thought.
So Ima means to think.
It could, and it honestly would make a lot of sense. Oh, look at Evans. That's kind of a neat suggestion. I don't know if that works. Maybe you could look at that.
Because it gathers leaves. No, we don't have a word for to dream. And I think we already have smell, but I need to double check that.
Okay, let's try to redo K.
Yes, we do have. Oh wait, Imes. Yeah, that wouldn't work. We couldn't get the Ima.
Yeah, look at that. It's totally backwards.
But yeah, we already have a smell.
It's totally backwards. And then, okay, the bottom one looks correct. The bottom one is correct. So the bottom one can be salvaged, but the top one needs to be fixed. Okay, so, and then this should be thinner. Okay, so, all right, I got it. So we're gonna get rid of this, we're gonna get rid of that, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna keep that. Oh wait, but, okay, so I just went, what number is that? Where's that cross? 650.
Evan's suggestion makes way more sense whenever you followed up with another comment. The reason Evan had suggested roof was that they would have potentially made their roofs out of gathering up leaves.
Yeah.
And like thatching them.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I totally agree with that.
Oh, Ragdoll asks, can you click on a stroke and just change the brush like a font style?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that would fix it, but yes, absolutely you can do that. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't try that first. Kind of embarrassed.
Thank you, Ragdoll.
On the other hand, I kind of got something going here. So.
Oh. Kind of like that. There's something a little bit warbly at that top left corner.
Yeah, I know. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're just that's clearly not final, but let's go ahead and redo or put that, and yeah, let's okay, what are the numbers again? 88? 76.
Coming back up. 100, 88, 76,
65, and 53.
And 200 thickness.
Oh, you know what? No, it didn't work because I'd already expanded these. I could do it.
Veronica, nice Lost reference.
No, okay, so good thought, and yes, you can do it. However, you can't do it after you've already expanded, hit this expand button, and basically put nodes on everything. So you can't do it anymore. That option is now lost to us. So let's go ahead and... Oh, don't do that. Oh, disgusting.
I just thought of a potential way we could make another, since we haven't had any verbs turning into nouns with our highly eventative prefix. We just created lemi, which means to try, and so kalemi could mean experiment, multiple tryings.
Sorry, I just did something ridiculous, so I wasn't even paying attention. But
and I was so excited and was just staring at the screen with a big smile, and you're like, "Wait, what?"
No, that I hear it now, and I love it. Okay, so I love it. 100%.
And that was a snort laugh. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, Mike suggested as well, ema meaning to cry out or gasp. And then, whoops, I did it backwards, but that's okay. And then kalima would be potentially a wail or a sob. Maybe a lament, a lamentation. That's the word I was thinking.
Yeah.
Are you singing now?
Yeah, that was Britney Spears. Sorry. But I really do hope that she earns her freedom. Poor Brittany.
I think she has it, but
have you not looked into that situation?
I have. I don't know.
Oh, you're not on Team Brittany there.
I feel like everything with celebrities is built on a stunt to get more attention. I don't know.
That's why I'm doing this.
But now we have to start a rumor, something big that people could then research and write about you, and you know, then you remain relevant despite. I don't know.
Listen, I think it's very normal that I have to slather myself head to toe in petroleum jelly every night before I go to sleep. That's normal. All people do it.
It's a good skin.
All people do it. It's not just me. To me, so. Sorry. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Good. Okay, I needed those to move.
Megan has a better one. Is David finally coming around to liking central vowels?
Oh, get out of here.
That is the big scandal we need to be talking about. And you're right, Mateus. Like I genuinely the money situation and the manager situation, none of it's good. But like it's also like some of the Free Britney things about how much of her life is 100% controlled. I don't know. But it's not for me to say. It's not my life. And Britney's the only one who can answer.
Oh, that has potential. That has potential.
David is secretly in the pocket of Big Kopiko.
Okay, wait. Is this oh goodness gracious. Come on, just be cool once. Oh, that's terrible. It's gotta.
Yeah. Oh, no. I thought you had it there for a second, and then you took it away and replaced it.
Really? Oh, crap.
I don't know. It was like 5 times ago, so now at this point. Oh. That's kind of nice.
You liked that?
This one?
Yeah. I mean, it's gone now.
Are we on the same one?
That was the last one I did, like, that I liked, but then nobody was saying anything.
Veronica asked, can you modify strokes with Bezier curves?
Bezier
curves.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff, but I'm not doing it right now.
Beatrice says it needs more taper.
Okay, well, what about this one?
Well, now I need to wait.
Yeah.
Until we finally catch up. Oh, I think that's nice. Do you like it? AppSauce Project is there, so I'm guessing that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Not only in Face Off, David was also on To Tell the Truth.
Yep.
So, reality star times 2.
Central vowels. What am I, a 90s male rock singer?
Applesauce Project says to see what it looks like with the minor strokes.
Can't find a little man. Terrible. I get better things by actually modifying the nodes themselves. But for some reason, just using this program for this font, I haven't been able to use the program the way I usually have. It's changed. And I don't know why it's changed. Maybe it's just the type of font I'm making. By the way, I'm moving it over so that the center is a little bit... What do you think?
Waiting for it to catch up. Oh, yeah, I think... that looks much more centered. I think I like that better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now... Uh-oh. That's unusual. Why is it all black now? Do you see what just happened?
Is it with the YouTube video or with the font program?
No, the font program. It's like...
It hasn't caught up for me turning black yet.
Yeah, it has.
I see regular screen.
I'm looking at it right now. Look, it's all black. I can't get it to unblack.
I don't know what to tell you.
Like, we're looking at...
I see a normal screen.
No, you didn't. It hasn't gone back to transparent. Oh, look at that.
I feel like I need to take a screenshot and show you that I don't see an all black screen.
No, the stroke. But apparently I know how to fix it. If you hit shift and space bar, it stays black. Whereas if you can make it go back. That's pretty cool.
I don't know what just happened, but if you say something was wrong, I believe you.
Let's see. That
Logan apparently thinks the glyph is ugly.
I don't super care what Logan thinks though, so we're fine. Okay. I am going to change this though, because I don't like that with the new glyph. Let's go down like this. It needs to be...
Okay, so one other idea that I wanted to collect, one other word I wanted to collect ideas for. Let me get out all of my words in the right order. And Logan, yes, you should be wounded. I can't believe David was so wounded. Was for another name that needs to be incorporated is Casali or Casali. And it is a 3-syllable word, so if we wanted to break it apart into roots, the only thing that we have currently is that Li means now. We could, of course, make new roots and have like maybe Cas and Ali or something like that. So like it could be done differently. If, however, we were to create a sort of compound word with the meaning now, it would make sense that casa comes from a verb. Like Casali, like something urgently, perhaps. I don't know. I think that's the last name we got to figure out how to get into the language on the sheet.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I'm just stuck on this. This isn't.
I'm waiting just to see some of the comments come through.
This isn't coming together. I think those strokes are too big.
Applesauce Project says something about the X part of the glyph should be the same width as the square width. But the square changed, right?
Oh no, it's not supposed to be the same width because remember what they're based on. The X should be quite a bit narrower.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you see the relevant bits. You're looking at K and yeah. All right.
And well, Logan says that looks much better, so you got a vote of approval there. And Pantheon, we don't have any articles per se.
I think he means articles in the linguistic sense. I'm not a huge fan because they always come out funky. You know what I mean?
So yeah, Veronica, it's just Casali needs to be incorporated as a name, and I was trying to figure out a potential way to make that work without necessarily having a really big protoform. And Li is the only thing existing from what's there that would potentially be part of a compound. But like I said, we could actually break it apart in many different ways. And it could be a noun compound if we break it apart differently and do something different with it. So, just trying to get ideas for what to do. Oh, and it is 6:01, David.
Yeah, I know.
Do we know what we're going to do votes on?
think we're going to do votes on this. I'm going to be making a couple of different ones. I
have splashed water on my glasses. There is water on my glasses.
That's going to be there forever.
Logan, I like that. Casa needs to go inside. Casali, get your butt inside. Now. I like that. I'm going to write that down, in fact, because I like that. Mike Catalinich says we should poll the meaning of Casali.
But then how would we do that if it was a compound?
Right? I guess people would just put their entire suggestion in one comment and then like the ones you like.
Okay, I'm going to do this. Oops. What did I do? What? Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Oh. That's interesting. It's a little bit off kilter, isn't it?
Sorry. Sorrel says a verbal eventative plus to stand could mean to think or plan, referencing rabbits becoming sentient.
It's a little bit better. What's the X? Yeah, we're going to replace it, okay. And then I think I'm going to, while we're doing this, I think I'm going to make a new X. Where's that? Yeah.
And this is for the new X, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an idea. That's a terrible idea, but it's an idea. I can't wait to listen to Enforcer when I'm done with this. It's going to be so satisfying.
W. Watson, David Charles lines over and over again. We have entered that part of the episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading / typing notes and I should have been speaking. I should know by now that it's best to fill dead airtime with.
The thing is, yeah, so like the way that I used to do this, I just manipulated nodes specifically. Like I didn't have to draw a bunch of lines and stuff. But like you can't do that anymore. And I don't know why. It's really confusing to me. Oh, but that looks awful. See, when you make it big, it looks bad. So you gotta look at it big too.
You say I like the other ones better, I think.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you're doing this with the mouse, though. None of mine would. Oh, that one looks. Last time it did that right before it cut us off, so I just wanted to make sure we weren't cut off yet.
Okay, this one.
W. Watson asked if you could import from another program that lets you do that.
Oh yeah, you can, but I don't. Because I don't like that.
Because if you did that, you'd be like importing from, say, Illustrator or something like that.
Yeah, I don't use Illustrator.
Okay. Okay, glad. Beatrice, I'm glad I'm not the only one who saw that. I was thinking maybe we just had a little hiccup freezing moment.
Okay, Okay, that looks right for that, though. Though maybe this needs to be
and
over.
Joey, I've heard it both ways. It could freeze for you. That totally works in some dialects.
See, that works. That works. Yeah. That works. This is like this needs to be up more.
Ooh, Logan says it looks nice now. Wherever that.
So yeah, I think we're gonna make this the vote. Yeah, this will be a good set. Let's get the side bearings identical for these real quick. Set side bearings. We just set those equal to 0. Good. They're all spaced out. That'll be the vote. At least that'll be the weekly vote. But let us talk about the other post that's going to go up today on Patreon, which is going to be the big vote. There is a vote that's going to go on for the entire month, and this vote is going to be what language we do next. So the post that I'm putting up, it has a description of all the other 4 animal groups that we're going to be working with, at least at the outset. And then it also has pictures, which Jesse did. And yeah, so it's going to be up to patrons to vote what we're going to do next. As an overview, or as a reminder, the 4 groups are dogs, cats, opossums, and mice. And they all have, I've got, backstories for all of them, but Jesse's pictures make them cuter. Like, they're all really cute. They're really cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And anyway, so then now Sir Opossum. And by the way, just if you wanted to get an idea of what I had in the back of my head, so I know I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Originally, I was going to give either 5 of my original languages or revamped versions of them to each one. So the rabbits were going to have Kamakawi, and the dogs were going to have Gwader, the cats were going to have Giler, the opossums were going to have Sedan, and then the mice were going to have Njama. So you could look at those languages to get an idea of what I was thinking at the outset. But now I've definitely kind of moved away from that. But I still like the idea of having some of those borrowed over. More so with the cats. I really like the idea of the cats having this, head final language with vowel harmony and noun classes. Maybe cases, we'll see. But the thing is, I don't know, it might just get too big. It depends. I know I used Giler a lot at one point in time, but I just don't remember having a good sense of it. And then for the mice, I think we definitely have to have ejectives, since I'm not going to do clicks, not for this. But we definitely have to have ejectives. And I think it just makes sense for them to have what's the word for it? Polysynthetic language. big old monster verbs with lots of stuff going on. I think that makes the most sense. Anyway, but yeah. So if you want to participate, you can join our Patreon. If you don't, you can just breathlessly wait and see what happens.
Next month. Sorry, yeah, that's a month-long thing. So that will be collecting votes for a while.
Yeah, and then for this week, we're gonna see which of these K's people like.
Nice.
Though I certainly do have preferences now. Now I'm thinking about it. But I'm really pleased with. Okay, did we already? Yeah, we already put those away. I'm really pleased with how the Z ended up. I think those are fine. That's good. That's good. So yeah, we're coming along. We're getting there. Little by little. Yeah.
I was able to fully cross off all of the top 5 things on the to-do list, and everything else has notes.
All right.
And so we have ideas. We just got to kind of figure out and see if we can find out why we needed thunder to be animate, so that way we can actually put those words in. So I want to find that out before we have any thoughts there. So.
All right.
Good ideas.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody else happens to, go and look at some of our older episodes and see any notes about thunder, or maybe any notes in the comments, let us know.
Please let us know.
Yeah. Otherwise, by the way, for those that are what do you call it? Or those that are patrons at a specific level, there'll be a PDF momentarily.
Excellent.
Yep. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you for following along. Thank you for sitting through our technical mishap yet again. And
fingers crossed next week at work.
Yeah, we'll try our best next time. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Stay grammar.
Just waiting a moment. Purring is a glottal trill? Isn't just voicing a glottal trill?
Right?
Yeah.